Well, how's it, team? Hope you're all well. And yeah, big question is, can you overnight hunt or tramp or go away with a day pack, just a little 25 litre pack? Well, guys, I'm here today to tell you that yes, you can. This little Bushbuck pack is an absolute game changer. So I'm going to unload it and unpack it and basically show you everything that I've got in here for an overnight trip. And you'll actually be surprised just how much is in there. So this is the Bushbuck Roma 25 litre pack. Yeah, absolute game changer, guys. I just can't believe it. It's nuts. And of course you've got their bino harness. So I'll start with this harness and we'll unpack this and I'll show you what's in this. So basically it's got a pouch at the back for your phone. I carry my Rhino GPS, and this is also a walkie-talkie as well. So yeah. Also carry, in my chest harness, I carry my EPIRB, because I generally, when I go away, I do not take off this chest harness, even if I take my pack off. This is generally the last thing that comes off at the end of the day, so it's always on me. So if something ever happens and I get separated from my pack, I still do have my EPIRB. And this one's tethered to it, so I can't unpack that. So again, I've got a cord on there, so even if it falls out, it's not going to go anywhere. Just a little safety thing, guys. I mean, the last thing you want to do is fall down a cliff or something like that, go to reach for this, and it's fallen out in the process of falling off the cliff. Right, so in here, we have our main compartment, and that just folds down. It's quite cool. You might not be able to see it, but there's a clear little piece of plastic in here that you can do a little drop chart in there, and that could do all your different drops for your particular caliber. Pretty cool idea. And then you got your binoculars, and they're tethered in with a cool bungee strap. So that's that compartment. You close that up. It also has a lower compartment, and this is really cool because this carries 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds of ammunition. Pretty cool. And then inside here you can also have your rangefinder, which I actually have to get fixed because the whole display inside is actually faded. But hopefully Leopold come to the party. They do a 1 year a lifetime guarantee on these things, so I'm going to take it in and see if I can't get it fixed. But yeah, brilliant little well thought out setup, these bino rigs. And the straps, really nice, nicely padded. Just, yeah, sits comfortable. You can walk all day in this thing. It doesn't dig in on your neck. Really lightweight. And yeah, very impressed, guys. And there you go. You can see the pocket in the back. So that is one part of my hunting rig. This kit here is the rest of it. And this pack, like I said, guys, it's an absolute game changer. For a start, you've got I don't know what you'd call it, but it's more of a little carry holster type. It's not a full scabbard, but it's more of a little pocket to carry your entire rifle in. So I'll show this in a minute. I'll take this out. But basically, and this is where this pack is a game changer, because it has got a compartment in the middle of, so there you go, my rifle's out. This has a compartment, and we'll get to this in a minute, but in between your main compartment and your front pocket is a canvas, I guess it would be canvas lined pocket, and it's zippered at the bottom. So if you shoot an animal while you're out and about and you butcher it down to just the meat, because this is just a little day pack, guys, you're not going to carry out your hind legs, all your bones, you're just going to take out meat. You can actually slide it into here and keep it out of your main pack. Bloody good idea. So right, we'll start with what I've got on the extremities here, guys. There are foam pads in the back here for good airflow. Strapped on the side here, I've got my tent. Now, some of you guys who are even more lightweight campers than me, or hunters than me, might even just take a fly, but I run the MSR, what is it? Carbon Reflex 1. So this tent, all packed down into that bag, is just under 1 kilo, and it pops up to a nice little one-man little dome with a wee vestibule that you can put your pack under and keep clear at night. So we've got that on that side. On this side, I carry a big camera. Now this is a big super zoom hybrid camera. This is what I use to get my long shots with. Probably you'd say not necessary when you're going hunting, but as I do YouTube and do lots of videos, for me it is actually a necessary evil. And it is one of those evil things, because you're constantly getting it caught up in things. But between that and my GoPros and all my other cameras, yeah, that gets the money shots. Right, front pack. So this is a cool little compartment, this, and once we get inside, you'll see just how neat it is. Front little pocket here, I carry my meat sack. It's actually just a pillowcase, guys, but that's my meat sack, and the bolt to my rifle. Now generally I'll keep my bolt completely separate right up until I get into the hunting area and pull my gun out of the actual pack. In this compartment here, now this is neat. This fully opens up and it's all zippered. So they've got a compartment in the actual flap, fully zippered with mesh. So you can actually pretty much put all your bits and pieces into, you can keep it all itemized or whatever you want to call it. I'm not quite that OCD, but little first aid kit. So in here is a survival blanket, medication, water purification tablets, a compass, an extra knife, a lighter. It's also got a flint in there. So that's just an everyday carry that everybody should have in their pack, regardless. Whether you're doing a day trip, overnight, or a long trip, you always need to carry a little first aid kit. This, guys, this, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do a full separate review on this jacket, because this thing is amazing. This is the new puffer jacket from Bushbuck, and I kid you not, guys, these things are fully waterproof, like 100% waterproof. When I do the review, I'm going to get very carried away, and I'm going to jump under the old hose just to prove to you guys how good these are. And as you see, it's a big jacket, but it sort of takes away the fact when you're doing a small overnighter and you don't want to take a puffer jacket plus your rain gear and all your waterproof gear, it sort of takes away the need for that. And there you go, full-sized puffer jacket for when you're sitting around camp, when you're glassing on the sides of the hills, and you just want to keep warm, just that change of light first thing in the morning or change of light at the end of the day where it sort of cools down a bit. Absolute game changer, guys. And yeah, like I say, fully waterproof. So I will do another review on this. That'll be at a later date. This is more about the pack, guys. So again, in here we have more compartments, all zippered, so that you can itemize your bits and pieces. Can't forget your spork, can you? So I've got a nice long-handled spork. It's a titanium one, so keep my weight down. And yeah, that's a definite go-to. I always carry that, and you'll see why. But in here, guys, it's also got some Velcro straps. Now, I'm guessing you could probably put a silencer in here, a suppressor, or maybe a spotting scope or something like that, and tether that in there quite nicely. So that's the first compartment. And guys, we're not even halfway through. Here goes a better view of that middle compartment where you can put your meat in. So it's almost plastic PVC coated material. So it definitely will wash out and clean quite easily if you put an animal in there. And then we come to the main compartment in the back here. Now this is where everything goes, and I think this is just about your entire 25 litres, I think. I mean, I don't know. It's a tricky little pack. They call it the 25 litre Roma, but I get the feeling it's a little bit more than 25 litres because you can pack a lot of gear into here. So right, I'm going to put that to the side. Right on top, got to have your cooker. Now I pretty much carry one of these. It carries the gas canister inside it, so it's all in one piece. This is mint. You can just boil up your water, make a cup of coffee, or like you'll see in a minute, do your freeze-dry meals. Now this, as you'll see, is actually a used one. I don't have a full freeze-dry meal on me at the moment, but I'll carry 1 or 2 of these on an overnight trip, and like I say, you can fit. There's actually still room at the top of this pack, even with all that gear in there. So you can have 2 or 3 of these, a couple of porridge sachets for your morning, or your old muesli sachet, freeze dry. Plenty, lots and lots of room in there. Mat. So I've got the Thermarest. I think this is the silver one. I can't remember what it is. Is it the X-Therm 4 Seasons rated one? Super lightweight. It's only about 400 grams. And yeah, as you can see, goes right down. But it's fully insulated. It's got a huge R rating. This is my go-to mat that I'll take everywhere. Sleeping bag. At the moment, I'm just running a pretty old Kathmandu Pathfinder, I think these are called. Yeah, the Pathfinder, Kathmandu Pathfinder. It's only got a 680 loft, so it's not huge, but it packs down real small, and that's what I really like about it. And during the winter, I'll take a silky sleeping bag liner, which again is just a tiny wee thing, and that'll pack in, and that keeps me warm. And if it's really, really cold, you put on your puffer jacket. So yeah, so there you go, guys, sleeping bag. There's something else I take, and it's a bit of a luxury. A little Kathmandu pillow. So this thing's just a self-inflatable pillow. I'm knocking on the door of 50 now, guys, so I like my little luxuries. So yeah, got me pillow, have to have that. Right, something else I always take when I'm going in the hills, whether it's for a long distance or short distance, is a little dry bag. And in this dry bag are some emergency clothes. Now, last thing you want to do is out and about, you get completely soaked falling in the river or something, you start getting cold. That's the last thing you want to do. You want to get out of your wet clothes. So what I do is I have a dry pair of socks, a thermal long sleeve top, and thermal longs for the bottom. Long johns, I think you call them. That's what I'd take. Well, this is all I'd take for an overnighter, okay? So this is just a safety thing, just for the overnighter. If I'm on a longer trip, I'll put a few more things in there, like another pair of socks, maybe a couple of pairs of undies. Yeah, and maybe another top and pair of trousers or something. And that'll all fit in the dry bag. And of course, when you get a bigger pack, you can load that up a bit more. But just for an overnighter, guys, you're just cruising out for the night. Keep it simple. Another thing I should probably point out is generally when I go out on an overnighter, I'll only wear the clothes I'm wearing. I won't take anything spare other than the puffer jacket. And if the weather's going to be really cold, I might put on a thermal at the beginning, and then I might have a long sleeve top that I'll wear that I might take off and just strap to the bag. But generally, the clothes that I'm wearing is all I take. I don't get too carried away. There's no need to, have a suitcase full of clothes when you're probably not actually ever going to get changed. And of course, the other big item in here, and this is pretty crucial, especially if you're going to be going somewhere where there's not too much water, is the bladder. And this one's just a, if I can undo it, oh, you can see it, guys. So this one's just a 2 litre, pretty basic one. I will get the big 3 litre bladder for here at some stage. So yeah, so that's my water. So guys, I do take a few other bits and pieces like snacks and things like that I haven't really shown here. This pack has pockets on the belt as well, quite decent sized pockets. And this pocket, which is actually quite a neat idea, also has a Velcro bullet holder. So you can have another 5 rounds in your front pocket on your pack. So yeah, generally when I go away for an overnighter, I'll be lucky if I get away 1 shot, so I don't carry a huge amount of ammo as well. So just keeping it all lightweight. So guys, that's my layout. That's what I take on an overnight hunt, and that is what I can get into a 25 litre pack, which is pretty crazy really when you think about it. And also guys, if you're curious, that whole setup, I'll bring it up here now. As you can see, pop it on the scales, comes to 15.6 kilos. So yeah, all pretty lightweight for everything that you see on the table here. So I hope this helps out, guys. Gives you an idea that you can actually go fairly lightweight into the bush. Obviously, if you're going to a hut, there's things like your tent you won't take. You probably wouldn't take a mat as well. And that might give you a few little extra luxuries in your pack, like some beverages for the hut, or some extra food or clothes. So yeah, depending on what you do, you can do an overnight trip with a day pack. So yeah, sweet guys. Right, that's it from me. I'll stop waffling on. Big thanks to Bushbuck. And guys, until the next one, happy hunting.